Hi friends. So this video that you're watching, I very nearly just scrapped the entire thing. The audio was really, really bad, like the original audio, and I couldn't fix it. I know that the audio right now still isn't fantastic, but as bad as the audio is now, the original is far, far worse. So um, I decided rather than actually just tossing all of this footage, I would go ahead and put together uh, this, just a little voiceover for your viewing pleasure. I've also made these cute little art pieces, of course, to go alongside it. So, what is it we are doing here? This is episode 0 of Sharkpack SMP. It is a new multiplayer server that I am playing with several of my friends, some of which are streamers. As of today's date, we have Jessica and myself who do streams. Mina is also recording for me, and she also runs the server. So thank you so much, Mina, for doing the difficult computer things that I don't understand. There are a couple of my friends that I know are interested in streaming and recording, and I'm going to be peer pressuring them into following their dreams. Like any bad friend. I'm calling this episode 0 because this is setup. This is me getting a head start, me putting together some things for my friends, and they totally ignore it when we actually start. They do not use it, but that's okay. I had a lot of fun recording this, and I had some funny clips, so I really wanted to go over some of the things that I did to set up for this SMP. So without any further delay or fanfare, let's show you. You guys know how Minecraft worlds start. You punch some trees, you get some wood. I'd like to introduce the first of our mandatory mods, is the tree chop mod. This makes chopping trees possible, basically, in a highly modded pack, where there are many types of trees that would take multiple in-game days to fell. You have the option basically to just punch at the bottom, and then eventually the entire tree explodes. Trees equal wood equals crafting table equals tools. So I start off with my normal basic tools and pretty quickly get completely distracted and go check out a nearby village. With a giant, possibly pirate ship next to it. Yeah, that pirate ship. I poke my head into it and decide it's an extremely stupid idea and walk away. Another mod that we have is I picked out this spot for building a little house, and I got to collecting resources. Now, one thing I want to get ahead of and say is that I'm really bad at building. I don't know what it is. I don't have that thing where you can't see an image in your head, right? I can visualize perfectly fine, except for when it comes to Minecraft builds. It just doesn't make sense in my head. I just sort of start throwing blocks down and hope that eventually it looks good. When it comes to building, I sort of have one look, and that look is Doghouse, as coined by my best friend Harvey, who is in fact in this series, so I can't wait for you guys to meet him. I try quite hard on the starter house, and it still ends up looking like a doghouse. And that's okay. I'm going to build something nice in this series. Actually, as of right now, I do have a kind of nice build going on, and I'm excited for when you guys get to see that. But first, you get to see me struggle to chop down this tree. Okay, so I finally... Oh god, my cat's standing on me. Moo, no, please, stop. Moo, leave. Okay, she's like teetering on the edge of my lap desk because she wants on my keyboard. Um, some of you may be yelling, let her on your keyboard. Last time I did that, last time she bullied her way onto my lap was yesterday, and she bit the crap out of me. So, no. I will not be allowing that to happen again. I'm actually gonna put that footage up. This is a little bit of a jump scare warning.
Moo honey, can you move? Ah! Can you not?
So yeah, no, right now she's not allowed to be on my lap, on my laptop. No, she's in trouble. Anyway, back to this build. I kind of put it off. I cut out the bits of me putting it off, but yeah, I was like hesitant to do this build, even though I knew it was going to be super simple. I knew it was just going to be a doghouse. It sort of took me a second to accept that it was just going to be an ugly doghouse. I did try, and it's sad to say that because boy, when you see the end result and you know how long it took me, because God, it took me a while. So at this point, I was using the replay mod. However, I don't think I have the replays for this early on. This was before I switched laptops, and I have some of my old replays, but I don't know if I still have episodes heroes. I also am a little bit dumb and I struggle to work it, so I'm just going to go ahead and play this in time lapse, just as like a sped up version of my POV. So, no cool time lapses on this video, maybe future videos. But let's build. Okay, so even in the sped up clips, you can tell I'm kind of indecisive with things. I have a hard time locking in when it comes to building, and I spend a lot of time just sort of hemming and hawing over what I want it to look like, because I don't really know what it's going to look like until I've already built it, and then I step back and it doesn't look very good. At this point, I was stuck on what I wanted my roof to look like. I didn't know what blocks to use, so I just sort of started wandering and figured I would come across something eventually. And I did. I did come across something. I actually came across a castle, so I stopped looking for wood and started looking at castle. So, oh, it's a castle. But yeah, I spent a little while just checking out and looting this castle. There's a couple different castles in this pack. This is the smaller version. I really like the larger version. It always has some goodies that I really enjoy. But I went ahead and checked out this whole place and inevitably decided that I need to go back to building a roof. But it's not the last time we will see this castle. So I ended up spending what felt like another 3 years procrastinating and chopping trees. I don't know what it is about roofs, but I really tend to procrastinate and not want to do them. They're like weirdly hard for me. I do not know how to make a roof that looks good. And you are about to see that. I'm going to do another little time lapse for this, and then we're going to talk about how long it took me. Yeah, enjoy. Okay. Um, uh, wait. What happened? Oh. What? Wait, what? What did I do? I'm so confused. What? How did that happen? Is it normal in the front? No. What did Why am I so bad at this? I did trim out some of it, but that did take me like 4 or 5 minutes to half build a roof that ended up being messed up and having to restart. So I'm the world's worst contractor. I did eventually figure out where I went wrong. See those corner logs? I placed one side with the roof on top of those, and on the other side, I placed them to the side of it. So I went in and I removed the roof and rebuilt it, and this is what it ended up looking like when I stepped back. It looks so bad. It looks so bad. It looks so bad. No, it looks so ugly. It looks so bad. Why? What happened? Okay, no, I can't. Yeah, so it looked bad. This was obviously devastating emotionally and also very, very funny. I promptly sent it to my friends who roasted me. So obviously I rebuilt it again. It does end up looking better, but I'm going to be honest, this entire build, which is not an impressive build, ended up taking me like nearly 30 minutes. It was really embarrassing. I'm going to say embarrassing. I was going to say disheartening, but no, it was just silly.
Hi, just cutting in for a second, and you might notice that my voice is different. Before this moment, I was relying on the Windows audio enhancement for the microphone, and DaVinci Resolve randomly decided in the middle of editing, despite having absolutely no issues with this before, that it would no longer pick up my microphone at all if that was enabled. Let me walk you through what happened, so that maybe someone can tell me what happened. Yesterday I was recording this voiceover with absolutely no issue. Things were sounding fine and the tracks were not automatically deleting themselves. When I left to go to work, I made the choice to, rather than turn my laptop off as I normally do, to simply close it and let it go to sleep. This is not a choice that I make often, but I was hoping to get some more editing done last night. I did not. Instead, I made fried rice and I went to bed. I got up this morning, went and opened my laptop. DaVinci Resolve was still open. I began recording my voiceover, only to realize that it was automatically deleting itself when I would end the recording. This is an issue that I've had on and off with DaVinci Resolve ever since I started using it. I fixed it before by changing the folder that the audio saved to. So I checked my folders, and OneDrive was like, hey, you're way over capacity. And that's because I canceled my subscription and I needed to go ahead and restart that because I forgot that actually I do use that. And so I fixed that and then the recordings were working again, but I realized that the microphone wasn't actually picking anything up. The mic was working in other apps. It was activated, nothing was muted, but it just wasn't working. So I did some Googling and somebody was like, hey, turn off the microphone enhancements, the audio enhancements, over in like the advanced settings. I turned that off and amazing, it's actually working again. It's picking up my audio. Except now for some reason I can't play back the audio, I can't hear anything. At some point, for some reason, the mixers had gotten shut down, like all the way to the bottom. I don't know why that is. I hadn't touched those. Everything was still unmuted. I don't know. So I turned those back up, fixed that. I was able to hear again, and I was able to hear how bad my mic sounded. I've been troubleshooting for like 3 hours, maybe 4, and I give up. I'm just gonna sound different for the rest of the video. I can't even decide if I sound better or worse, but I'm going to go ahead and do some fiddling in DaVinci Resolve itself to hopefully make sure that this audio sounds okay. Any sort of feedback or tips would be extremely appreciated. I'm still kind of a noob to DaVinci Resolve and it's complicated, so Thank you. Anyway, that's just my explanation for why I suddenly sound different. Back to the actual video.
Not goes wrong.
Well, hello there.
Oh, vice! Bro! Oh my stars. Holy moly. Thank you. Whew. I don't like how much that startled me. I'm gonna get lost down here. Oh. There's the surface. You know how much you've scared me? I'm being so brave right now. Oh, look, another way up. Okay. Maybe this cave isn't that bad. I'm quite happy with Alexander's trades. I wonder if he is still there. He'd be willing to trade me a bit more iron. So that was really helpful. Are you stuck, guy? Here. Oh, Cave Enderman. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna die! Stay put.
Yeah, you can only half tell by my reaction, but my heart was racing after that. I hated that. So at this point, I opted to go ahead and head back to the base. My inventory was very full. I was tired of juggling it. So I just ended up heading back to base and dumping my pockets. I was dying for a backpack at this point. I absolutely hate not having a backpack after having experienced having one in this game. So that was my main priority after putting everything away. So while I was at base, I made some armor, some tools, all of this for my friends. But obviously I still really wanted that backpack. In order to make a backpack in Sharkpack, you need a chest, leather, and string. Chests are obviously very easy to make. The leather actually also is quite easy because rotten meat can be smelted into leather in this pack. But string is a little bit harder. You have to get it the old-fashioned way with spiders, or you can grow it with some plants, but I didn't want to wait for that, so I decided I would go back into the caves because I remembered I had seen a spider's nest, and I figured what better place to get string than from a spider's nest, because obviously there's going to be a lot of spiders. There's spider eggs. Spider eggs probably give string, right? I mean, it's like made of string, so that's what I did. Here's some highlights from that.
Take a second to heal a little bit more. Hopefully I don't die down here. What if I break this with this? That still made a spider. Okay. Breaking these might just exclusively make spiders. I made stringy cobweb. Oh, it scared me so bad. Why is this a jump scare game right now? Oh my god. Why did that happen? I've never been jump scared this many times in one sitting. That wasn't a horror game. Bonked my head. Probably should have not lit this place up so that spiders would spawn, but I did. I really wish this stuff could turn to string. I am absolutely gonna need to turn keep inventory on. Yep, yeah. Yeah. Because here's the thing. Here's the issue. If I die now and I lose everything, that ends the session. I will stop playing. And I really want to complete my goals before I finish playing. I'm absolutely 1,000,000,000% lost. I've had enough of creepers. I feel like I've never quite had this much trouble finding string. Not in this pack, at least. I guess I don't need to find bags. Or make bags, excuse me. I knew it was coming and it still kind of startled me. There's no reality where I leave this place alive. I didn't mean to do that! That was really, really funny timing. I'm glad that happened because that was funny, but also there was diamonds I was gonna go get.
So it wasn't especially clear what just happened there. Let me explain why I just seemingly jumped to my death and acted surprised. So we have a mod in called the wall jump mod. If you've seen me throughout this video, seemingly scaling walls by just jumping, that's what that is. It's a timing skill thing, and that mod also allows you to do a wall cling, which under normal circumstances I would be able to slowly slide down the wall rather than just dropping down. Something occurred during that. I have no idea why, but shift must have released at some point, or something happened, and I was no longer clinging to the wall. So I just dropped and died. So anyway, that's what happened, and that is why I can climb up walls the way that I have been doing. So after spending about 45 minutes to an hour in a cave called Spider Cave, how much string did I actually get? Well, let's roll the tape back and take a look. So I was a little bit annoyed. I decided at that point that I was just gonna go ahead and grow some flax that I could turn into string. Which, if I had done that from the get-go, I probably would have more string at this point, but I didn't. I was impatient and I thought it would be faster. At this point, I had decided I was pretty sick of caving and mining, but I still needed to get my friends some tools, so I decided on a different method. One of the modded structures that we have in this pack is a dungeon, and it's basically a tower, and it goes down into the earth, and you go through these different levels, and the deeper you go, the better the loot tables. I always really enjoyed these structures. I like how repetitive they are. That was my next task. I went ahead and found one on the map and made my trek to it. And no, I still don't know what's going on with my sound, and I'm pretty sure I won't for the rest of the video. Perhaps even for the rest of my life. If you notice further changes with my sound or other strangeness, I also notice it. Trust me, I'm ignoring it. But I'm also hyper aware of it. Thank you. Anyways, here are the highlights of me exploring this structure.
I'm going to perish down here. Just gonna try to hustle through at least some of this. I think most of the early levels is leather, and is there anything behind this? Chainmail. I honestly am very excited to see what my wife does in this, now that I'm thinking about it, because we played a little bit of Minecraft, so she's kind of used to Sharkpack. However, besides the couple of times that we've played, she hasn't really not played since a really, really long time ago. I don't know what update it was, but I do know that she bred some chickens and was confused about what she just did.
Hi, yeah, just poking in for a second. I did look into what version is my first version and also Mina's first version, my wife, and we came to the conclusion that it was likely 1.4, no later than 1.5, and possibly as early as 1.3. Now that's when we started playing. She did not play it as long as I did. I kind of continued playing it on and off for a while there. I don't think she played it much after the Redstone update. She definitely played it for the Redstone update, but I think after that is kind of where she stopped. Now let's put that into perspective. Mina stopped playing before horses, name tags, hay bales, carpet, resource packs were still referred to as texture packs. The poppy was still a rose. This was before orchids, allium, tulips, sunflower, lilac, any of those. Granite, andesite, and diorite. The elytra, mending, beetroots. I could go on, but I think you get the idea. It's been a while for Mina, and the way that she plays and perceives this game is very old school.
Should not cause me issues. Give me your backpack. Oh, it's a gold backpack too, yay. I'm actually kind of excited to edit all this down. I can't wait to see how long this ends up being, because I'm assuming it's going to be like 5 minutes.
Obviously not 5 minutes, but I did trim out quite a bit.
I've been playing for like 5 hours. Okay, that I think is the first floor. Just about cleared. Wait a minute. Where's the next floor? Okay, wait. Where's the way down? I mean, I know some unofficial ways down, but... Oh, God. Oh, my God. I'm about to die, and I'm about to end this recording. No, I'm not. This situation has changed. No longer am I preparing things for everyone. I'm going to get together the things that I want for myself. Everyone else can take their pick. First come, first serve. Okay. Well, I did do a lot of things. I built this house. I stocked it. I put things in it. It's full of beds. It's full of chests. I built it. I built yet another doghouse, but that's okay.
So that was the end of my recording session. As annoyed as I was by the end, I still had a lot of fun, and I continued to have a lot of fun in this world. And you know what? If you've gotten this far, thank you so much for watching. It really does mean a lot. This project is extremely important to me, and I am glad that you enjoyed it to watch this far. I hope that you continue to enjoy it. I'll be streaming in this world. I'll be doing more recordings. I genuinely can't wait to show you what we've already made as of me recording this voiceover. So please stick around. If you enjoyed this, you could go ahead and maybe subscribe or something, or like the video. Whatever it is people do when they like videos. Share it with your friends. Anyway, thank you so much once again, and bye-bye, friends.